Welcome to the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. Mackey Stadium, home to the Nevada Wolfpack, where we have hit the jackpot responsibly with this matchup. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Nevada Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Nevada about to kick it off to get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense set for a first down play. The inside handoff. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. A first down for the offense. They'll try the run.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's going to pass on second down. Throwing right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't, and they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually say big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense getting set for first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He's got 59 yards rushing for him now, and that is a way to make your presence felt in the early part of the season.
This offensive line takes a lot of pride. They're very good at communicating, and they love pushing fronts around. You're seeing it on that last play, breaking off a long run, doing it early in the season in the opening game. That sets the tone for this offense.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Big play to start the drive. A little tougher sense. Now a crucial 3rd down on this drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Beckham. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and that's a great job. You know, 3rd and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Nevada.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Catch. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. With jet sweep pass. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. That's caught. It's John. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Let's go. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Gamecock. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Jacksonville State 14, Nevada 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this off
he goes. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 27.
What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that ball is picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
How about the defender now, being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
Brought down near the 6-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for room. It's ball. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Defensively, you know they're going to run it. You know they're going to try to create some space offensively and just try to run out of the goal line. So that's a frustrating one that hurts because the run game comes downhill. He gets a big gain, and now out of the own end zone. Now no safety to worry about. You can pass, you can run, the whole playbook at your disposal.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Beckham. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Now they'll run the draw. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the middle. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry up. Trying to escape and get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that 1st down marker is. Great job going to get that 1st down, new set of downs.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. He'll come out throwing on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Fires left. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. He wants to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Nevada going quickly. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Got his man quickly. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to find his man on first down. Firing deep. Wide open, he makes the catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. It's good, and that was dead solid, perfect.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half, and there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
On second down, he'll fire. And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know, if you just put it anywhere near this guy with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. He did it right there.
Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football.
Jacksonville State, 35. Nevada, 10.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
I'll tell you, man, analytics in college football now are changing the way coaches think about down and distances. And listen, I know there are probably some metrics out there that say you should go for it in that situation because the percentages are telling you you got a good shot at keeping the football and keeping possession. That time, though, they're not able to come up with it. And they've now given up the football with their backs to the wall. The defense now is going to have to dig them out of this hole.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The option look. Touchdown Gamecocks. And the pummeling has started. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all of them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Nevada, 10.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's got it down the right side. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Moving away from pressure. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Nevada going quickly. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Using his feet to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch called for and made. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Here's the handoff. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with it. Nope, here comes the flag. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's going to run it.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Jacksonville State 42, Nevada 10.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snags it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And he made the extra point without problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 4 over Georgia Southern. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. Dances away. He's going to take off. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
I love it. I love 1st down. Let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Up, nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the 1st down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to...
Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Looking to scramble. Complete to the right. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Nevada comes to the line on 1st and goal.
29 Philly. Lizzie.
Trying to bully their way in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Well, it's a simple design there, guys. Just RPO. QB gets it out of his hands quickly, trying to attack the left side there in the flat. They're just not able to come up with it.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route, and good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey,
And they got him for the sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. The give as they work on that clock. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
That makes the score Jacksonville State.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking for space. It's ball. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Nevada comes to the line after getting the first down. Motion from the offense. He's going to pass. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He's into the end zone for the 2, and he makes it a 3-possession game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
He's looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Wants to fire on second down. He caught it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Ready to try the point after. Wants to go. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion.
57, Nevada, 25.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught over the middle. It's Beckham. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks in the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's ball. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive a that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats.
29 Philly.
On second down, wants to throw. Coming after him. And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but that's going to do it. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.